Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from AULA. This is their S75 Pro 75% tri-mode at mechanical gaming keyboard with LCD screen. That's a mouthful, but this does have a lot of features in a compact package. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's take a look at everything that comes in the box with the S75 Pro. Again, this is more of a compact type keyboard that's going to save some space on your desk. Now, you do get a warranty card here. You also get this card that kind of goes over what your function buttons will do. Adjusting the brightness and backlighting adjustments are listed here, and other things such as backlighting modes. So you can see those here, and you'll be able to reference them at this point in the video. If you need to come back and take a look at them, you definitely can. On the other side, it just has a layout of the keyboard, and that's pretty much it. Now, it's a tri-mode keyboard, so it supports USB connection, 2.4 gigahertz dongle, or up to 3 different Bluetooth devices. Also in the box, of course, we get a USB cable. There's going to be a USB Type A to USB Type C for recharging or using this as a wired mode, the 4,000 milliamp battery that's inside the S75 Pro. They do give us a keycap and key switch puller because this is fully customizable. If you want to replace the keycaps, you definitely can, and you can also replace the switches as well. Speaking of switches, we do get some extras in the box. These are the star vector linear switches, and I'll show you those more in detail in just a moment. They do give us a cleaning cloth here, and they also give us this nice little brush so that you can keep your keyboard clean. Nice little extra that they throw in the box here, and I do appreciate that they do to help keep your keyboard clean as you're using it. Looking at the main unit itself, again, this is a 75% keyboard with 80 keys. You do get a knob at the top for navigating your LCD screen here and also controlling your volume. And this is a definite space saver on your desk. You'll also notice that you do get accent LEDs on both sides of the keyboard. If we take a look at the right side of the keyboard, you do get a switch that will allow you to switch between the middle, which is USB, to the left, which is Bluetooth for up to 3 different Bluetooth devices, and the right, which is 2.4 gigahertz. On the back, you do have a slot for your 2.4 gigahertz dongle, and you do have a single USB Type-C port for wired connection and recharging. On the bottom, we do get 2 feet here, and they are dual level levelers, so you can pick the angle that's the most comfortable for you. And you also do get 4 feet to hold this in place on your desk. Overall, nice construction here by AULA for the S75 Pro. Taking a closer look at the switches here, again, we have the star vector linear switches, south-facing RGB, pre-lubed out of the factory. Of course, you can switch these with any 3 or 5-pin switches that you would like, but I had a great typing experience on this out of the box. They sound great, and they feel really nice while typing on them. As far as the keycaps go, we've got PBT, a double shot keycaps here, and you can replace these with any keycaps in any profile that you would like as well, if you don't like the ones that are pre-installed. So let's take a look at the LCD screen that you get here. Now, I haven't synced my time yet, but it does show you your date, your time, your battery life, how you're connected via USB, or what system you're connected to, Windows or a Mac or iOS or Android. And using the knob at the top, the volume knob, we can switch between effects, color, brightness, and more. So I can switch and I can select any of the effects that I would like. And up on the screen, I've got kind of a little cheat sheet on how to use this. You can see that you can adjust the volume by long pressing the function and the knob button, and then you can have that as a volume only and mute button. And then if you do function and pressing the knob again, you can get into the settings like I'm doing here. So that's how you get into all of these. Of course, we can select more than just the effects. We can select the color of the effects as well. Now, certain effects will not allow you to change the colors, as you saw just a few seconds ago. But if you do select one, you can select color here, your brightness, your speed in increments of 20, 40, 60, 80, or 100%. So you do have those two options as well. And then we also have our volume for selecting your volume or using the knob that way. Language, we do have Chinese and English. And then we have our system, which means we can do Windows, Mac, iOS, or Android, depending on what system you're going to be using this with. So it's very intuitive. It also has, of course, this nice GIF animated screen that you can upload with the software. I've only found it to be able to be working with Windows, but you can upload GIF images and still images and display them on the screen as well. As far as accent lighting goes, we can see that you do have a little LED bar here next to the home and end keys. You can change this and turn it off. You can also change and turn off the accent lighting on the bottom of the right-hand side and left-hand side of the keyboard using the function key and some of the key shortcuts. I'm going to show you some of these now. Function and Z will change the color of the home and end accent lighting, as you can see there. So we can use function Z to do that. We also have a few other ones for the right and left-hand sided LCD or RGB. You're going to be use function and control here, and you can even go in and change the modes on this to off. So if you want to turn it completely off, you can by using function and shift. So we can do that as well. So you can turn them all the way off if you want, and then you can do function and control to change the modes themselves. So you've got your brightness and mode control there with function, control, and shift. And then for that little bar next to the home and end, you have function and Z to control that. Here we have the AULA software for the S75 Pro. You can see that we've got our top layer, function layer, momentary, and toggles. We've got all of our keys here, so you can switch out these keys for different functions if you would like. Everything but the knob itself on the right-hand side can be changed, so we can change them to pretty much anything down here that we would like, or we can use the menus and go through and make it a custom key with pretty much anything. So if we right click on a key, you can disable it, make it the default, or go to custom functions. Now the key functions can be something like a combination of shift, win, control, or alt. We can do multi-keys for up to 3 key presses in one. We have macros, of course. We have mouse functions like left click, right click, middle, double click, multimedia keys. So we do have like play, pause, previous track, next track, volume up, down, mute. We do have window shortcuts like show desktop, lock your computer, copy, paste, and so on. We do have open a specific program. It'll allow you to browse your PC for a specific program and open it with one button. We do have open website where you'll be able to go in and type in the website or send a block of text, and you can fill those in there. Again, this makes this very, very nice to be able to customize this keyboard and do certain actions with just one key. Now we have 3 different configs, and we can add more. If we go down, we also have our full macro suite where we can import, export, delete and create macros so that they can be assigned to the keys that we want them to. Under lighting effects here, you can see we've got about 18 or so lighting effects, and we can switch between any of these lighting effects we want. We've got, several different ones to choose from. We even have a fully LED off. If you want to turn everything off, you've got a brightness in the steps of 1 through 5 and lighting speed steps 1 through 5. You can make it colorful by checking this box, which will be RGB. If we uncheck that box, we can use the color picker wheel here to pick any color we want, or we can put in the RGB values ourselves if we would like to. The next portion is going to be for our LCD screen, uploading GIFs or images to our screen. And also down in the right-hand side, you'll be able to see that there is a time sync button. This will sync the time of the LCD screen with your PC. So that works out really nicely. And then, of course, you have exporting, saving the GIFs, or uploading to keyboard, where you'll upload a selected GIF to the keyboard. Selecting import will allow you to upload a GIF, just like this one that I have up here already. You'll be able to either edit this, and you can add text to it, you can do other things, or you can preview it to see what it'll look like. And then, of course, you can upload it or save it to your PC, or upload it to the keyboard here. And this works out really, really nicely. So that's how you upload static images or GIFs with the S75 Pro. Now, moving on, we have user configured lighting here, and you'll notice they're all grayed out, but what I need to do is create a user profile. So we'll go to the left-hand side, and when we go to the left-hand side, you'll see a plus box on the left-hand side. We'll be able to add our own profiles for user custom lighting. Then we can select all. If we want to make, everything a certain color, we can do that. We can select just our numeric keys and just our WASD keys and make them different colors. As you can see here, no problems. We can make the WASD keys red. If we want to do numeric keys and WASD keys, we can make them all blue, or individually. So you can, really kind of make this your own with individual lighting. Next up, we have real-time lighting here, and that's the same thing as user lighting, except for you'll be able to use some of the effects. So if I want to just do my numeric keys and make that, starlight, I can make it RGB, I can change the colors, and I can change the lighting speed here. And I can also do it for just the WASD keys or the entire keyboard, depending on how I want to do this. And of course, I can make different ones for different scenarios and save them there. Now we do have a music mode here where we can set our rhythm, gradient, rainbow, spectrum cycle, all of the colors here for your rhythm. And then you can select your amplitude from 0 to 100%. You can also select your background mode color. And you can also select the background brightness from 0 to 100% as well. So it's nice to have this music reaction mode. Under settings, we have our language, whether we want it to automatically start with Windows. And then we do have a key response time from level 1 to level 5. And this is great for either office work or gaming, depending on how you want that to happen. We do have our sleep timer here, and this is great. 1 minute, 5 minute, or 30, or none. If you're going to be using this in a wireless mode like Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz, you may want it to go to sleep to save battery life. We can disable the Windows key, disable Alt F4, and disable Alt Tab. And we can also reset the keyboard and factory reset. So this is the S75 Pro software, and it really lets you make this keyboard your own, and it works very, very well, at least under Windows. So there you go. That's my review of the AULA S75 Pro tri-mode mechanical gaming keyboard. If you're looking for a keyboard that is going to save space on your desk, but still have a lot of functions, including an LCD information screen, being able to put static images or GIFs up on that to kind of customize your keyboard, have a great typing experience out of the box with those linear switches that come pre-installed, but want want to have the option to switch out the switches and or keycaps, then you might want to check out the S75 Pro from AULA. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.